This is Batman. You're watching Kyle Reviewed.
Hey guys, just finished watching Batwoman Season 1, Episode 2, The Rabbit Hole. This show really sucks. It's just kind of, it feels very cheap. It's just kind of really bad. And we start off, the first thing we see is there's like this armored car explosion in the beginning, and it looks so fake, especially when they light it on fire and stuff. The fire looks fake. There's, all kinds of explosions and stuff, and that all looks super fake, look terrible. And then it pisses me off that all superheroes do this, except for Marvel. I can't think of any Marvel characters, but not a lot of them have domino masks or anything like that. But the goddamn eye makeup, painting over their eyes, it pisses me off. They do that, especially for characters like Batman and Batwoman. They don't have time to put fucking eye makeup on before they go and help themselves fight crime and stuff. And her driving down on a motorcycle type thing really kind of pushes the whole idea that anytime she hears of any danger, she's gonna get there super late. And sorry, but Ruby Rose's acting is terrible in this show. She has no expressions whatsoever in emotional scenes. We see this Sophie ask her whether or not she's Batwoman, and we don't even see her react to that. She's like, "Oh no, not at all," type thing. Instead of her just a slight bit of her being kind of not sure what to say type thing. Like, that's the best thing, the thing that kind of was so good about that worked with Smallville. And even though Tom Welling hadn't really acted that much before going into Smallville, and Ruby Rose has acted, she's been in a few movies, she has experience acting, and is every time in something like Smallville, or even all the other Arrow shows, someone suspects of the main character being the superhero counterpart, that they are. It's always like, no, there's always a hint of this, and a slight, can't be too much that would give it away to the person you're talking to, but also a slight bit of worry of, no, you know what I mean? So that the audience can see the difference between when him having to lie in that situation, or her having to lie in that situation. And there's nothing here, so her face was just kind of stoned for that. So it's just kind of silly there. And then we see that Kate sends Alice a message, trying to figure out if she's her sister, her twin sister, which is kind of silly, and understand why they're making her the twin sister. But and they end up meeting, so confirming that she is a twin sister, or at least able to figure out the riddle that she sent her. And she's sitting in there talking to what she suspects is her dead sister, and she has no emotion on her face whatsoever throughout the whole scene. She's getting all these confirmations and things that kind of are confirming her suspicions and all that stuff, and she has no reaction to it whatsoever. I mean, at some points in this show, we see her, trying to tear up, and it's an obvious kind of cut from one to another, and then she's just same blank expression with a tear type thing, which doesn't even sell the tear. It's just silly. I mean, if we could see her from nothing create the tear like some actresses and actors can, that would be impressive. But it's just the same blank face with nothing, no emotion kind of going out, same stoic face, which works okay when you're in the Batwoman costume and you don't have anything to show, but it's just kind of terrible. You see Alice is arrested by the Crows, and then she obviously escapes and all that. But we see Alice. We found out in the first episode that Alice had a man in the. They reveal it to the audience that she has a man inside the Crows and stuff. But he's walking around, hanging around with all of his stuff. He hasn't been with her since they revealed it at the end of last episode. He's been hanging out with Alice the whole time. Hasn't been back at his job with the Crows, which is kind of silly. Is like, why would you show your hand? Leave him working for the Crows, doing all this stuff, and just get information from him. Have him be part of it. There, she took him out and used him too much. Now it's kind of, they can't really use him. It's unclear. This show is kind of not capturing my attention and stuff, so some of the things I'm just kind of not noticing because I'm bored watching it. It's unclear if whether or not the Crows know that they had a man inside, or if now they're starting to realize it. But they could have left him around and not, she played with him too much, and she left him where he was working for the Crows and just getting information. Maybe he calls her every now and then. Then she could have gotten all kinds of information, be a step ahead of the Crows without them knowing, type thing. You never play your hand to reveal that you have a mole, and even only using periodic things from him without actually, even letting on that she even has a mole. So that was just kind of silly, the way her use of that character, or the use of that character at all. We see that, and then later on we see that the bridge blows up. Alice tries to escape or whatever. Or someone's trying to blow up Alice. She doesn't get out, and then she's in like the sinking truck and stuff. And the cops just go over the bridge, start shooting at it. Like, how silly is that? I mean, first of all, if they hit the truck, it could explode, but just not likely. So what are they doing? They're just emptying rounds into the water for no reason, not knowing if they're going to hit anything. And also, for all they know, she's still in the car, the truck, the armored truck, and not going to do anything. Not going to hit her, not going to penetrate the truck. Not with maybe a semi-automatic weapon or a handgun. Like, it was just kind of so silly why they were shooting that. It made no sense whatsoever that they would even, that was even a possibility. They could have had the car explode anyways, maybe the way the explosion, because I don't understand they wanted the truck underground to explode, right? That makes sense. But maybe they had the explosion on the bridge, right? And the bridge went off, and then part of the car got damaged when it got there, and that's how later on it explodes or something. Who knows? That could have made sense. They could have said they had some other stuff in there. They could have just written it better for the truck to explode rather than having the cops just shoot over the bridge. It was just kind of stupid. And then we end the episode with Catherine Hamilton, I guess the wife of Kate Kane's mother-in-law now, is covering up something. I don't know. It's just, we'll have to wait and see as where things go. And they still haven't told us as to what timeline this is taking place. We know this is taking place before has to be taking place before the Elseworld story that we had crossover last season, where we first met Kate Kane in the huge crossover. And here we're just seeing her before that. There's no kind of timeline as to where things are going. Are we supposed to just ignore that she was ever in that crossover and just kind of meet up? And then all of a sudden they'll team up again in the big crossover coming up, which they're filming as we speak. And it's like, oh yeah, hey, I remember seeing you. But it's just the time-wise is not, they got to show us what time it is, Just pissed off they didn't show us in the first episode, 2010, just have a time, just a date stamp, just put it on the screen. And they should do it at the beginning of this episode to show that, hey, this is episode 2, Again, we're in 2010, How long did this happen? How many years are we from, is this just, did she just become Batwoman when she started in Elseworld? How fresh, how long has she been Batwoman and stuff? That would be really cool seeing that. And also, they talk about Arkham. It would be cool to see Arkham again, seeing all the different characters that we had set up that we got teased a bit of Arkham that we saw in the crossover. That would have been really cool. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with all this. But I'm really not liking this show. It's just cheesy. The acting's bad. And yeah. We'll see as to where things go. Let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Hi, this is Kevin Conroy, talking to you from the library of Wayne Manor. You may know me as Batman. I just want you to know that you're watching Kyle Reviewed. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.